hidden beneath the dense and lush canopy of the primeval forest life, intertwines in a perpetual dance full of drama and mystery. Each creature, from the tiniest to the most colossal, is immersed in the daily battle for survival, constantly adapting to thrive amidst the severity and abundance of nature. Cunning, silent, and powerful predators, as if guided by a divine and ancestral force, star in terrifying and awe-inspiring encounters that mark the pulse of the jungle. Welcome to the secrets of the Amazon and encounter with the most terrifying predators. The Amazon rainforest, which stretches majestically over an area of more than 2.1 million square miles, houses the richest and most species-diverse biological community found on Earth. Compared to the tropical forests of Asia and Africa, the Amazon stands out for its almost unimaginable biological diversity, being home to about 10% of all living species in the world. Among them, at least some 40,000 plant species, 3,000 freshwater fish species, 1,294 colorful bird species, 427 mammal species, 430 amphibian species, and 380 reptile species have already been scientifically classified. These numbers, although astonishing, do not yet represent the limit, as scientists estimate that on average, a new species is discovered in the Amazon every 2 days, revealing the immensity of what we still do not know. The biological diversity of the Amazon has created one of the most complex and fascinating ecosystems on the planet, where life thrives in different interconnected biological layers. The forest is divided into several vertical strata, with different light and humidity conditions, from the damp and perpetually shady forest floor to the canopy that reaches heights where direct sunlight rarely penetrates. The World Wildlife Fund, WWF, recognizes that more than half of the species inhabiting the Amazon reside in the canopy, the upper stratum, where rigorous living conditions force species to adapt to limited spaces and fierce competition for scarce light. This generates an environment of intense competition, with thousands of animal and plant species vying for space, food, and water in a complex three-dimensional chessboard. With annual rainfall that can reach up to 90.6 inches, these conditions not only create an extremely humid and muddy habitat, but also limit visibility and hinder movement for many living beings. To survive in this challenging and competitive environment, animals need to develop special and unique adaptation mechanisms. The complexity of the Amazonian ecosystem also stems from the fact that there are many species coexisting in high density and competing for limited resources. Consequently, predators are evolutionarily forced to become stronger, stealthier, and develop more effective hunting strategies to survive. This drives an evolutionary arms race and specialization of predators in the region, making them more dangerous and efficient compared to animals in other less complex ecosystems. In the rich, diverse, and often hidden ecosystem of the Amazonian soil, insects and other invertebrates are the most abundant and numerous inhabitants. With about 2.5 million insect species already discovered in this rainforest, these small beings form the fundamental basis of local life, creating a network of complex interactions of pollination, decomposition, and feeding. In this context of microscopic abundance, the Goliath bird-eater tarantula stands out as an imposing dominator of the world of insects and small soil animals in the Amazon. The Goliath tarantula, whose scientific name is Theraphosa blondi, inhabits the humid tropical forests of Venezuela, Brazil, Guyana, and Suriname. This is the largest and heaviest spider in the world by body mass, with a leg span that can reach up to an impressive 11.8 inches and a weight that can reach up to 6 ounces. Despite its impressive and terrifying size, the Goliath tarantula remains hidden in the darkness of the understory, digging deep, damp burrows in the forest floor where high humidity and silence dominate this life full of dangers and opportunities. With a remarkably long lifespan for an arthropod of 15 to 25 years in natural conditions, the Goliath tarantula has evolved to become a powerful, patient, and skillful predator in the dark and dense environment of the Amazon. Where visibility is extremely limited by the dense canopy and the almost total darkness of the night, the Goliath tarantula has developed a special sensory mechanism to see and survive. It is capable of feeling vibrations through sensitive and specialized hairs, setae on its legs and body. These hairs allow it to detect even the slightest vibrations in the surrounding environment, helping it locate moving prey or perceive the presence of predators from a distance. The position of the Goliath tarantula in the food chain of the Amazonian soil is unique and dominant. Although its common name is Goliath bird-eater, it rarely feeds on birds. Its main and most common diet consists of large insects, worms, small rodents, frogs, and occasionally small amphibians or reptiles that cross its path. The Goliath tarantula hunts in a different way than many other spiders. It does not build webs to capture prey as other species do. Instead, this ambush tarantula lies in wait at the entrance of its underground burrow, with its multiple black eyes alert to any movement in the environment around it. The slightest vibrations in the ground are transmitted by the sensitive hairs on its legs, allowing the Goliath tarantula to accurately locate its prey from a distance in the thick darkness of the rainforest. When a hunting opportunity arises, it attacks with surprising speed and considerable force, injecting neurotoxic venom into the prey with its large chelicerae and using its powerful 1-inch jaw to quickly bring it down. Next, the Goliath tarantula injects digestive enzymes into the prey's body, transforming its internal tissues into an easily absorbed liquid, a process of external digestion. This process allows it to make the most of the nutrients, whether from small insects or larger rodents. This is not only an incredible biological adaptation, but also part of nature's grandiose plan for every creature to find its means of survival and growth. In the Amazon rainforest, danger always lurks, and the Goliath tarantula also faces enemies such as coatis, birds of prey, and large parasitic wasps. However, in moments of threat, instead of relying solely on the strength of its bite, this spider uses a special and ingenious defense weapon, its urticating hairs on its abdomen. When it feels threatened, the Goliath tarantula rubs its abdomen with its hind legs, releasing a cloud of microscopic barbed and irritating hairs. These hairs can severely damage the eye, skin, and respiratory tracts of its enemies, especially curious mammals or birds. This is an intelligent and effective defense, an essential part of nature's wonderful design, where even the most fearsome creatures need non-directly violent weapons to maintain balance and survive. However, the Goliath tarantula's self-defense capability is not limited to urticating hairs. Its long, muscular legs not only allow it to move quickly across the ground, but also function as a powerful active defense tool. When it feels threatened, it uses its hind legs to ward off enemies while raising its almost 1-inch chelicerae in a threat posture, emitting a hissing sound stridulation as a clear warning that it is ready to fight if necessary. The Goliath tarantula's bites can inject venom into enemies, causing paralysis and severe pain. Although its venom is generally not fatal to humans, it represents a powerful attack for other animals, capable of driving away even the most dangerous predators. God, in his infinite wisdom and creativity, created a creature of terrifying appearance, but that uses extraordinary tactics to survive in a world full of dangers. However, the role of the Goliath tarantula in the Amazon ecosystem is not limited to being an elite predator in the realm of invertebrates and small vertebrates. It is also part of the complex ecological web of the rainforest. By controlling the population of insects and small animals, this spider plays a crucial role in maintaining the stability and balance of life on the rainforest floor. In the endless turbid flow of the Amazon rivers, a mysterious aquatic world is revealed beneath the surface. This is the habitat of more than 3,000 fish species, making the Amazon basin the richest and most diverse freshwater ecosystem on the planet. In this complex aquatic food cycle, a creature with a unique and lethal biological mechanism stands out. This is the electric eel, whose scientific name is Electrophorus electricus. The electric eel can reach up to 8.2 feet in length and weigh about 44 pounds. Although commonly called an eel because of its serpentine shape, this species is actually a type of knife fish from the Gymnotidae family. It inhabits the freshwater rivers of the Amazon and Orinoco basins, where environmental conditions change drastically from calm, stagnant waters to strong currents and hypoxic waters. The electric eel has developed an impressive biological mechanism to adapt to aquatic life in these difficult conditions. Inside its body, special organs like the main organ Sachs's organ and Hunter's organ function like small biological power plants. In these organs, thousands of specialized cells called electrocytes are arranged in rows, storing electrical energy and releasing it in a synchronized and powerful way when necessary. Unlike other aquatic predators, the electric eel does not need pursuit speed or sharp claws to capture its prey. Instead, it relies on the invisible and paralyzing power of electricity, a unique gift of nature that allows it to dominate the murky waters. The electric eel uses its ability to generate electricity to locate and hunt prey in the dark, muddy waters of the Amazon River, where vision is often useless. The eel emits weak electrical pulses of 10 to 100 volts, which act as a biological sonar or radar system. These electrical pulses bounce back when reflected by the prey's body, allowing the eel to accurately locate its victims even in zero visibility conditions. Once the prey is located, the eel dramatically increases the intensity of the electrical pulses to an impressive 600 to 860 volts, comparable to the force of a small lightning bolt. This high-voltage electrical discharge immediately paralyzes the prey. Fish, shrimp, amphibians, and even larger animals like small caimans are electrocuted and incapacitated in a fraction of a second. At that moment, the eel simply swims up to the paralyzed prey and devours it quietly without the need for a direct physical battle. The ability to generate electricity, a unique gift, is not only a hunting weapon, but also a highly effective protective shield against the constant challenges and predators of the Amazon. However, the eel does not depend solely on high-voltage electricity to defend itself. One of its smart tactics is to use low-intensity electrical discharges to explore and navigate its environment. In murky waters where visibility is almost zero, the eel emits mild electrical pulses to see the world through electrical reflections off surrounding objects. This not only helps it detect prey and avoid obstacles, but also identify potential threats from a distance, creating a preemptive defense before real danger arises. When attacked by several predators at once, the electric eel can emit continuous high-voltage electric shocks, forming an almost impenetrable electrical barrier around itself. These successive discharges not only paralyze but also cause extreme panic in enemies, forcing them to retreat and flee. This defensive capability transforms the electric eel into one of the most powerful and respected creatures of the Amazon freshwaters, maintaining its position in the food cycle without relying on brute physical force. In the Amazon ecosystem, the electric eel's role goes beyond just being a unique predator. It is part of a complex web where all creatures depend on each other. With its ability to control the population of small fish, and other aquatic animals, the electric eel contributes to maintaining the balance in the aquatic ecosystem. In the constant flow of the Amazon rivers, where all creatures struggle to survive, the electric eel thrives thanks to its innate wisdom and the ability to use its power skillfully and efficiently. Every time its powerful electrical discharge is activated, it is not only a warning to enemies, but also proof of the perfect balance and diversity of strategies that nature has established. Along the rivers and tributaries of the vast Amazon and Orinoco systems, schools of red-bellied piranhas swim in groups representing both the marvel of adaptation and the latent danger of wild nature. The red-bellied piranha, with the scientific name Pygocentrus natereri, is frequently portrayed in an exaggerated way in movies as a bloodthirsty and extremely aggressive predator. As its common name suggests, this species has a deep reddish belly when it reaches adulthood. They can weigh up to 8.6 pounds and measure between 13.8 and 19.7 inches in length, being a fish of considerable size. The red piranha possesses extremely powerful jaws for its size, with a bite force of up to 320 newtons, comparable to the bite force of a young crocodile. Its teeth have a unique triangular shape and are extremely sharp, designed to interlock perfectly when the mouth is closed, forming an incredibly efficient cutting surface that allows them to tear the prey's flesh quickly. This fish also has a very acute sensory system to detect vibrations and chemical substances in the water. They have an organ called the lateral line that detects small changes in water pressure caused by the movement of other organisms. This allows them to detect prey from a distance, even when visibility is limited in murky waters. This ability is especially useful in the Amazonian environment, where the water is often muddy and light is blocked by the dense vegetation on the banks. The red piranha has an impressive biological resilience to survive in constantly changing aquatic environments. They manage to survive in extreme conditions, from large floods during the rainy season to severe droughts when many rivers turn into small isolated pools of water with little oxygen. Its body has evolved to withstand sudden changes in salinity, temperature, and oxygen levels in the water, a biological skill possessed only by creatures molded by time and the harsh Amazonian nature. Despite its reputation as a dangerous predator, the red piranha is actually primarily a scavenger and an omnivore, feeding on plants, fruits, and insects during the rainy season when food is abundant. When food is scarce in the dry season, they tend to feed on weak, injured, dying, or already dead animals in nature, acting as cleaners. The feeding behavior of the red piranha varies according to its life stage. Smaller, younger fish feed during the day, while larger adult ones prefer to feed at dawn, late afternoon, and early evening to avoid predators. During the day, red piranhas hide in dark areas or under submerged vegetation, ambushing their prey. They can also hunt, actively hiding in the vegetation until the prey swims close enough to be captured in a quick attack. Piranhas live in schools, but generally do not hunt in coordinated groups, although they occasionally participate in feeding frenzy episodes when a lot of food is concentrated. During these rare occasions, a school of piranhas can attack a large injured prey, consuming it in a matter of minutes. These attacks are extremely rare and usually only occur when provoked starving or in very low waters. Furthermore, the red piranha has a special defensive tactic, the coordination and synchronized reaction of the whole school when facing danger. When a threat arises, the chemical signals of an injured piranha quickly spread through the group, triggering collective defensive responses. This causes the school to act as a single organism, rapidly changing direction, creating a defensive wave that confuses and delays the advance of larger predators. This is proof of nature's design, where not only the individual, but the entire collective is prepared to face dangers, with the strength of the group providing protection to every small member. Red piranhas are not purposeless destroyers as many believe. In the Amazon River ecosystem, they play the important role of sanitary water cleaners. They help clean up the remains of dead animals and eliminate weaker and sick individuals, helping to prevent the spread of diseases in the aquatic environment. This creates a healthier environment for other fish species and for the Amazonian ecosystem as a whole. In the Amazon freshwater ecosystem, the giant otter with the scientific name Tarantula brasiliensis is one of the main and most charismatic predators. They are semi-aquatic and social animals found in freshwater rivers, streams and lakes throughout the Amazon basin, from Brazil to Peru, Colombia and Bolivia. In these areas, giant otters live in extended family groups or large bands where they hunt cooperatively and defend their territory together with great ferocity. The giant otter is the longest otter species in the world, with a body that can reach up to 5.9 feet in total length and weigh up to 70 pounds. With large webbed feet and a powerful flattened tail that can measure up to 27.6 inches, they can reach swimming speeds of up to 8.7 miles per hour in the water. One of the most striking features of giant otters is their thick, velvety, waterproof dark brown fur. This fur is composed of two layers, an outer layer of 0.3-inch guard hairs that acts as waterproof protection, while the inner layer is soft and dense, providing excellent natural thermal insulation against the water. The body structure of the giant otter allows it to successfully adapt to aquatic life and hunting. These animals can close their ears and nostrils while submerged, and their compact bodies with short legs and sharp claws make them agile and lethal hunters. Their extremely sensitive whiskers vibrissae allow them to detect subtle changes in water pressure and current flow, helping them locate prey even in murky waters. In the Amazon ecosystem, giant otters dominate practically all medium-sized fish species, including catfish characins, piranhas, and even large fish like the arapaima when they are young, which can measure up to 9.8 feet in length. When fish are not available, or as a supplement, giant otters also hunt crab snakes, and even small caymans and small anacondas. They rely primarily on their vision to locate prey and engage in fast, fierce pursuits, moving through the water with amazing precision and coordination. Giant otters attack from both above and below, twisting their bodies nimbly at the last moment to catch their prey in their jaws. They can hunt alone, in pairs, or in family groups of 3 to 8 members or more. This coordination creates a highly effective group hunting strategy in which each otter has a role. Some otters surround and drive schools of fish into confined areas or shallow waters, while others move in and strike the prey with their sharp teeth. Once the prey is captured, the otters bring it to the surface and begin to devour it immediately, firmly holding the fish between their front paws while consuming it noisily, starting with the head. Adult giant otters living in strong family groups have no known significant natural predators that hunt them regularly. However, in the midst of the Amazonian environment, larger solitary predators like the jaguar and the black cayman still represent an occasional threat, especially for isolated individuals or pups. Therefore, they have developed impressive survival and social defense tactics to face these large predators and protect their group. One of the giant otter's main defenses is its agility and speed in the water. With webbed feet and a tail that acts as a powerful rudder, they manage to avoid attacks quickly and counterattack with deep dives and strikes from below. They transform the river into a defense tool, using every submerged branch root or stone as a natural shield. But the giant otter's greatest power lies in the strength and cohesion of the group. A band of up to 20 otters can form a tight, aggressive defense circle where each individual protects the other with vocalizations and threatening movements. Their high-pitched screams and piercing calls serve as warnings and demonstrate their readiness to face and harass any approaching enemy. These sounds, from threatening growls to loud screams that resonate at a distance, not only facilitate internal communication, but also symbolize the spiritual strength of the group, showing the ability nature gave them to dialogue and protect each other. When faced with fierce predators like the black cayman or the jaguar, giant otters are not easily defeated, nor do they surrender. Their strength does not come just from numbers, but also from the defensive capacity of each individual and their collective courage. In addition to their dense, impenetrable fur that protects them from bites, giant otters possess powerful jaws and sharp teeth and long canines. Thanks to this, they can drive away much larger predators with coordinated attacks, brutal bites, and persistent harassment. Predators, no matter how powerful they are, think twice before attacking a group of otters due to the courage and determination they show in protecting their territory and family. Giant otters in the Amazon are not just powerful predators at the top of the aquatic food chain. They play a crucial role in controlling the population of fish and other aquatic animals, helping to maintain the balance in the food chain of the freshwater ecosystem. Nature created giant otters with a clear purpose to make them guardians of the aquatic environment, ensuring that the balance of freshwater ecosystems is maintained, preventing other species, such as piranhas, from multiplying uncontrollably and causing an ecological imbalance. In the dark, deep shadows of the Amazon rainforest, where rivers flow silently beneath the dense protective canopy of the trees, a prehistoric creature emerges that dominates the waters, with terrifying majesty and strength. This is the black cayman, known scientifically as Melanosuchus niger, one of the elite predators of the Amazon ecosystem. Although it was intensely hunted during the 20th century for its valuable black leather skin, bringing it to the brink of extinction, thanks to conservation efforts, the black cayman population has recovered significantly in recent decades. It is estimated that there are currently tens of thousands of individuals in the wild, especially in protected areas like the Manu National Park in Peru and the Mamiroa Sustainable Development Reserve in Brazil. The black cayman is one of the largest living reptiles in the world, with a length that can reach 19.7 feet and a weight exceeding 1,100 pounds, making it a true giant. The black cayman is the largest predator in the Amazon basin and the largest member of the Alligatoridae family. The black cayman's body was designed by millions of years of evolution for efficient hunting in murky waters. With its almost pure jet-black skin, it perfectly camouflages itself in the dark surroundings, becoming practically invisible in the dark, slow-moving waters of oxbow lakes and blackwater rivers. When hunting, the black cayman uses a camouflage and ambush strategy, remaining motionless in the water, exposing only its eyes and nostrils above the surface, while patiently waiting for the right moment to attack. Its eyes and nostrils are positioned on the top of its head, allowing it to observe the environment and breathe, while most of its armored body remains submerged and out of sight from its prey. It is capable of holding its breath for up to an hour underwater, which allows it to wait patiently for prey without needing to emerge to breathe. This ability is possible thanks to its highly adapted biological system. From its submerged post, the black cayman can monitor everything around it without drawing attention, ready for a sudden explosive attack when prey approaches. When it attacks, the black cayman uses its powerful jaws, capable of exerting a bite force of up to 3,000 pounds per square inch, one of the strongest in the animal kingdom. However, it does not use its jaws to chew its prey. Instead, it employs the famous death roll technique, characteristic of crocodilians, violently spinning its body underwater with great force and speed. After biting the prey with its teeth, the black cayman performs several rapid rolls, disorienting the prey and destroying its defenses. This rotation is so powerful that it can break bones and dismember the victim, ensuring that the prey has no chance to escape. Furthermore, the black cayman has a varied and adaptable diet. It hunts not only fish and piranhas, but also waterfowl large mammals like capybaras and tapirs, and even other smaller reptiles. This makes it an essential predator in the Amazonian food chain, helping to control animal populations and maintain ecological balance. Black caymans share their aquatic habitat with at least 3 other semi-aquatic species that are also considered elite predators. These include giant otters, known for their social nature and exclusively aquatic feeding. The green anaconda is another predatory species that occasionally feeds on other types of caymans. And the jaguar, which is recognized as a natural and frequent enemy of cayman species throughout its range. Among them, the jaguar is especially known for being one of the main predatory threats to young and subadult black caymans. However, large adult black caymans have no known natural enemies. Their large size, a bite force twice as powerful as that of the jaguar, and a thick ossified skin similar to natural armor are crucial factors that make them almost invincible and untouchable in the Amazon. For their part, young and subadult black caimans, when facing more dangerous situations, know how to use patience, camouflage, and cunning to protect themselves. They can use their dark skin and their ability to remain submerged for hours as a form of camouflage. Furthermore, they are capable of diving deep into the water, swimming backwards to discreet areas, or hiding in underwater burrows where their predators cannot reach them. Being elite predators and likely a keystone species, black caimans are generalists with the ability to capture most animals within their reach. They play a crucial role in maintaining the structure and health of the ecosystem, controlling fish and small mammal populations, helping to prevent population explosions of these species, ensuring that none of them becomes dominant to the point of breaking the natural balance. The imposing presence of black caimans is proof of nature's grand plan to maintain harmony between life and death, between predation and defense. Sharing part of the habitat with the imposing black cayman, the jaguar, whose scientific name is Panthera onca, reigns under the dense canopies of the Amazon rainforest as a true terrestrial and aquatic dominator. This big cat is widely distributed in the tropical regions of the Americas, from Mexico to northern Argentina. But it is in the vast and humid Amazon where they truly dominate the scene, thanks to their exceptional hunting skills and unique adaptation to a severe aquatic and highly competitive environment. In dense tropical forests like the Amazon, jaguars tend to be larger and more robust compared to those in other drier regions. Here they can reach up to 220 pounds or more and develop a special coat that provides perfect camouflage under the dappled and shady light of the rainforest. Their golden yellow coat with black rosette-shaped spots scattered over the body allows them to blend in with the environment, hunting in the gloom without being seen. Jaguars are frequently found along rivers, lakes, and swamps, thanks to their unique ability and predilection for aquatic hunting, a rare skill among big cats except the tiger. This amphibious ability significantly expands their hunting range and available prey, and makes them one of the most adaptable and versatile predators in the region, successfully facing the most challenging conditions of the flooded forest. The jaguar also possesses highly developed night vision, allowing it to hunt with great efficiency in low-light conditions. Its eyes have a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum that reflects light, optimizing the amount of light captured and providing excellent vision in almost total darkness. This characteristic is crucial in the gloomy environment of the Amazon, where night and gloom predominate and many prey are more active. But to survive as a sovereign in the unforgiving Amazon environment, the jaguar possesses a special biological and sensory mechanism that allows it to detect the presence of prey even without seeing them. With a highly sensitive tactile and auditory system, the jaguar can perceive the slightest vibrations in the ground or in the water. This helps it to accurately locate the position of its prey, even in the dark and complex environments of the rainforest. In every hunt, the jaguar demonstrates not only brute force, but also intelligence and calculated strategy. It knows how to use the environment around it to hide its presence, silently approaching the prey from behind or above, often using the cover of water. When the prey is within reach, the jaguar leaps towards it with impressive speed and explosive force, using a powerful and unique bite to finish off the prey in an instant. The jaguar's bite is the strongest in relative terms among all big cats, reaching up to 1,500 pounds per square inch, PSII. This number exceeds the tiger's bite, which is 1,050 pounds per square inch, and is almost double the bite force of the lion, which reaches 650 pounds per square inch, being capable of crushing thick bones and uniquely piercing the skull of the prey. In the heart of the Amazon rainforest, where the line between life and death is as thin as a thread, the jaguar has been graced by nature with impressive defensive skills and strategies to protect itself from other predators, such as other jaguars and potential dangers. Furthermore, it takes advantage of its bodily flexibility and its tree-climbing ability to quickly escape dangerous situations or to rest. Besides its physical characteristics, the jaguar also possesses a very intelligent psychological defense strategy, its characteristic guttural roar. The jaguar's roar is one of the loudest and most terrifying sounds of the tropical forest, used to mark territory and communicate over long distances. Its excellent swimming ability also allows it to use the water around it as a refuge or battlefield, a special advantage in a flooded forest like the Amazon, where it can hunt caymans. In the Amazon ecosystem, the jaguar plays a fundamental role as a keystone species in maintaining ecological balance. With its ability to control the population of a wide variety of animals, from large mammals to reptiles and birds, the jaguar helps stabilize the ecosystem and regulate prey populations, preventing overgrazing or overpopulation. This plays a vital role in preserving biodiversity, an essential part of the grand plan established by nature to maintain the balance between life and death, between hunting and survival in the natural world. Among the winding rivers and dark swamps of the Amazon, the green anaconda, whose scientific name is Eunectes murinus, is one of the most imposing, legendary and powerful creatures of this aquatic ecosystem. They are found mainly in the fresh waters of the Amazon and Orinoco basins, living in swamps, lakes, slow-moving rivers and streams, where they become intrepid and almost invisible predators. The green anaconda is known as the heaviest snake in the world in terms of body mass. Adult individuals of this species can reach up to 29.5 feet in length and weigh over 550 pounds, impressing with their powerful muscular and thick bodies. The green anaconda's heavy body limits its speed and agility on solid ground where it is vulnerable. Therefore, they are masters in the art of aquatic ambush. The green anaconda lives hidden under murky water or in the mud of the banks, patiently waiting for its unsuspecting prey to approach to drink. Being a semi-aquatic species, they have developed extraordinary underwater hunting skills. Their eyes and nostrils, located on top of their head, allow them to observe and breathe the environment, while the rest of their massive body remains submerged and camouflaged. They can hold their breath underwater for more than 10 minutes, creating ideal conditions to ambush and capture prey without needing to emerge. Thanks to this ability, they manage to catch fish, waterfowl, and even large mammals, like the capybara deer or tapirs, when they approach the bank to drink or cross a river. The constriction force of a green anaconda is tremendous, able to reach up to 90 pounds per square inch (psy), which is equivalent to placing a small car on the prey's chest. This pressure is enough to cut off blood circulation, cause cardiac arrest and asphyxiation, making any chance of escape impossible. After immobilizing and killing its prey, the green anaconda swallows it whole without chewing. Thanks to its flexible jaw with elastic ligaments and its expandable skull, they can swallow very large prey, sometimes much wider than themselves. With large prey, digestion can take from a few days to several weeks, depending on the size of the prey and the ambient temperature. Especially after digesting a large prey, the green anaconda can survive without feeding for several weeks or even months. This ability seems like a divine gift, allowing the green anaconda to survive in an environment where resources can be seasonal and where patience is the key to survival. Large adult green anacondas have no natural predators due to their size and strength. However, hatchlings and juveniles need to protect themselves from predators like caimans and jaguars, and they do so by hiding in the water or digging holes in the mud. In addition, occasionally, the adult green anaconda also faces enemies and potential dangers, especially during the vulnerable process of digesting a large prey. When discovered or threatened, green anacondas do not flee hastily on land. They choose to coil their bodies into a tight defensive ball like a wall of muscles, or throw themselves into the water to escape. In the heart of the Amazon rainforest, predators have existed and evolved over millennia, endowed by nature with strength, skill, and a remarkable ability to adapt. They maintain the natural balance, being an indispensable part of the richest and most biodiverse ecosystem on Earth. However, amidst this natural grandeur, environmental and human threats are causing drastic and accelerated changes that not even the most powerful creatures can easily resist. One of the greatest and most urgent threats to predators and to all Amazonian life is habitat loss due to massive deforestation. The Amazon, often called the green lung of the planet, is being gradually reduced and degraded by unsustainable activities such as illegal logging, burning to create pastures for cattle, and the expansion of industrial agriculture. According to the Amazon Environmental Research Institute (IPAM) in 2020, the Amazon lost more than 4,247 square miles of forest, an area equivalent to 7 cities the size of São Paulo, an alarming figure. The disappearance of the forest not only destroys the physical home of predators, but also interrupts and collapses the food chain they depend on. As prey migrate, disappear, or decrease in number, predators like the jaguar and the green anaconda are forced to move to less safe and fragmented areas where human dominance prevails and conflicts are inevitable. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, the jaguar is classified as a near-threatened species, with an estimated global population of about 64,000 individuals and in decline. Poaching and the illegal wildlife trade also represent serious and direct threats to Amazon predators. The devastation caused by human beings both directly and indirectly not only reduces the numbers of these animals, but also puts them at risk of local and regional extinction. According to the IUCN, many predators in the Amazon are currently in a critical or vulnerable state due to uncontrolled hunting for their skins, retaliation, or sport, and the continuous destruction of their habitats. Furthermore, global climate change is altering the landscape and climate of the Amazon. Rising global temperatures are prolonging and intensifying dry seasons in the region, causing unprecedented severe droughts and reducing water levels in rivers and lakes. This directly affects aquatic and semi-aquatic predators, such as the giant otter, the green anaconda, and the black cayman, which rely on freshwater ecosystems to hunt, reproduce, and survive. As the Bible and many other spiritual traditions teach, human beings were tasked with managing and protecting God's creation, including these powerful yet fragile creatures. The Amazon rainforest, a treasure trove of biodiversity, is still present, but it cries out for protection, and its formidable predators are living witnesses to the wonders of creation that we are losing. The future of Amazon predators and the rainforest itself depends on our understanding, empathy, and immediate action to ensure that the beauty and diversity that nature bestowed upon the earth are not lost forever. Fortunately, the prayers for the protection of nature seem to be heard, and one of the most important and effective ongoing solutions is the Forest Conservation Initiative through protected areas and national parks. By 2023, Brazil, the country that hosts most of the Amazon, has established more than 300 natural protection areas in the Amazon region, representing about 50% of the total area of the Amazon rainforest in the country. Protected areas are not just safe havens for wildlife, but also true green fortresses and legal barriers against illegal deforestation. In particular, the Mamirawa Sustainable Development Reserve, located in western Brazil, is one of the most notable examples of success. Their community conservation efforts not only keep the forest intact and healthy, but also helped in the spectacular recovery of the black cayman, a species that was almost extinct in the region due to uncontrolled hunting for its skin. The black cayman population has increased significantly, going from just a few hundred individuals in the 1980s to thousands today, proving that conservation works. Another notable large-scale success example is the Araguaia Ecological Corridor project, which aims to be the largest river and ecological corridor in the world, connecting the remaining forests of the Amazon with the Cerrado biome. This ambitious project not only helps protect the migration and reproduction of wide-ranging animals like the jaguar tapir and giant anteater, but also acts as a natural shield and carbon sink against climate change. The Araguaia Corridor, with its 1,615-mile stretch along the river-crossing forests and savannas, is living proof of the possibility of cooperation between humans and nature to sustain life on a large scale. This success would not be possible without the active participation and leadership of indigenous communities who have lived in harmony with the forest for thousands of years and are its ancestral guardians. Modern conservation programs not only seek to protect the forest from the outside, but also empower indigenous communities to manage and protect their own lands, using their traditional and sustainable knowledge to maintain ecosystem health. This perfect and respectful combination of modern science and indigenous knowledge creates a conservation model that is not only ecologically sustainable, but also socially just and respectful of the culture of the true guardians of the forest. Conservation efforts are not limited to protecting trees and animals. They are part of a greater mission, an ethical and spiritual duty entrusted to us by God or by history. The future of the Amazon still faces many grave challenges, but early successes and ongoing projects show that with cooperation, determination, science and respect, humanity can restore and protect this precious and vital ecosystem. And with every tree that sprouts from the earth, with every creature saved from the brink of extinction, we see living proof of the miracle and power of nature to heal and maintain the balance of the world God created and bequeathed to us.